Hello, welcome to Sparkle Vision. This is Court.
This is Lee. Today we're going to show you my Snow White speed build in the Forest of Valour. I'm trying to do this build kind of scene for scene for the movie. I kind of skipped the first part with her being at her family home and with the evil queen. Where I start is when she's running from the huntsman through the dark woods, and what I've used here is just a lot of the denser, spookier looking trees, starting with the big root arch.
I love this. The whole idea for this speed build is so cool. Like, it's just seems like such a fun build to do.
Yeah, and I could do it in a small, compact area, and actually it turned out aesthetically pleasing. When I'm running around just playing the game, it doesn't seem overcrowded or what's the right word? It flows nice.
Yeah, totally.
And it does go scene for scene. To a certain extent. Of course, we don't have the kiss with the prince and all that other stuff at the end, but the main
plot points.
Yeah, the main areas of the movie, the forest, the cottage, the mine.
Well, we don't really have we don't have a Snow White castle or anything like the palace or whatever that they live in, right? Like, we don't have anything like that yet.
I can't even remember what the evil queen's palace looks like because we're used to the Sleeping Beauty castles.
Yeah.
Can you remember what the evil queen's castle even looks like?
No, because it was I don't remember there being really any outdoor shots. It was mostly just it was just inside in our dungeon or potion room or whatever, right? And then you just see snow outside at the wishing well, right? Like, it's not I think it was white from the outside. I think that's the only thing I can remember in my head.
Now I'm putting in the leaf-strewn path, and I have chosen that summer cottage for the dwarf's cottage. And the only thing I've kind of put in is the wishing well that we get in this game. I'm pretty sure is supposed to be Snow White's wishing well.
I think you're right. It would make sense. It does seem to kind of match the look of it.
So this is where she's singing, "Someday my prince will come," I'm pretty sure, and then the prince hears her singing and she's by this well, and I'm pretty sure Disney has a lot of little Easter eggs all over the place that you do not realize until you start watching some of the movies again.
Yes.
And then you see that they have put a lot more Disney than we realize.
Yes. And Snow White is actually one of the ones that I very rarely rewatch, I feel. It's not one that I go back to a lot.
No, us either. We've rewatched from the 90s on, I think.
Yeah.
I've watched Cinderella over, but because they had a re-release in 4K, I think.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Cinderella was one I remember as a teen. I loved putting Cinderella on while I was cleaning. I like all the songs.
Well, the music.
Yeah.
Snow White has iconic music, and Disney, I think Walt Disney put his studio on the line making Snow White because everybody told him a feature film that's a cartoon,
yes,
it's gonna
crazy
flop.
Yeah.
And it was huge, and that helped him build the Disneyland parks from him going into feature films instead of shorts, like with the Mickey Mouse stuff.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Wish yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? I loved all the Snow White references in that one. With,
I
all of her
really liked
friends.
Wish.
Yeah, I don't know. People really hated it, but I really, and I know that it's been talked about before, but I remember when it first came out, I was when I went to see it, I was like, this is 100% the story It's like the backstory for the man in the mirror from Snow White, because at the end he gets put into
Yes.
that,
Oh, right.
and it's all of his colors were green and purple. Like anytime it was like around him, the lights would flash in those colors, which I found. I was like, it's got me. It's got to
talk
be the
about
man in the
Easter
mirror.
eggs. Wish has
all the
full.
Easter eggs. Yeah.
And I think I watched a YouTube video of them going through all the. There was like 100 or more.
Yes, there were
references.
so many, and to tons of different movies, not just Snow White, but there were so many very obvious ones with Snow White. Like all of her friends were shaped or like had the same coloring and shapes as some of the dwarfs and the same initial for their first name, which was cool. But yeah, there were so many to look to kind of figure out.
And here I'm putting in around Elsa's cave. I'm making the mine, which that's why this area of the Forest of Valor worked great too, because it's a colorful cave that worked great to put the mining area in.
Yeah, this is such a smart area to put it.
And I know with PlayStation 5, unlike I think with PC and some of the other ones, if you have the gems in your inventory, it will not duplicate.
Yeah.
You still have to put each gem down one by one and all the flowers down one by one. Because I believe people on PC and maybe on Xbox and other things, if you have a bunch of those in your inventory, you can put one down and then just hit duplicate.
We can't do that.
We can't do that with PS5.
It's annoying. We got some limitations on our console, that's for sure.
And then, of course, the live action Snow White is coming.
Yeah.
Well,
it's spring, winter here. I can't remember if it's 2025 though, right? Or is it already next
I think
summer?
it's 2025. It seems to have been coming forever.
Yeah.
Like, we have been hearing about this movie, I feel, for too long.
Yeah.
It was in the press too much.
Well, and I think, it was definitely in the press too much for all the wrong reasons. And then the writer strike and the actor strike, I think, must have delayed it. Because it really has seemed like it's been coming for a long time.
Well, and I think they switched gears of how they were going to do the dwarfs. They were going to do...
Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Like, I hope it doesn't mess with it, because I'm really looking forward to it. It looks beautiful. Some of the teaser trailers, I'm so excited to see. I don't care what Rachel does. I want a good Disney movie, and I want to enjoy it without all the hoopla around it.
I really like she's a fantastic actress and a great singer, so she's gonna do like such a great job. I'm really excited to see Gal Gadot.
Yes,
as the evil queen. I find that interesting.
Yeah, I like her too.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I'm using the Mickey sorcerer statues.
So perfect.
For the dwarfs, because that is absolutely the closest thing we have.
Yeah.
And I think they work great.
I'm so surprised that we don't have more from some of the classics.
I mean, we already have seen our, what do you call it, the path for our next characters and everything that we're getting. And Snow White isn't in there, which I am surprised with this live action coming.
Yeah, that is interesting, because they do seem to be tying in all of our updates typically with releases from Disney. Like this last rock one was because they released that punk rock Disney cover album or whatever, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so I was surprised that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm excited about getting Alice in Wonderland and Peter Pan, but I really did think with this live action Snow White coming out that we were going to get Snow White, and not in the DLC, but in the free
regular game. Yeah.
And we're getting Aurora and Melissa Fent together, and I think the new DLC is a bit more cohesive.
Yes, I agree. I just cannot wait. I can't believe it's like coming out
week.
Yeah, next week already. It is crazy. Did you ever get into pin trading? I think you said
my oldest stepdaughter did.
Yeah. I didn't. I remember being a kid when it first came out, and we were going to the parks really regularly then, and I remember thinking it was really lame. I was like so not into it. But TikTok my For You page has really got a hold on me right now, because it's like all mystery pin set reveal videos, and I am absolutely obsessed. There's like two creators that I've been following the most that I really like because her name is Megan, the Magical Millennial, I think was her name, and Blake Silva. And Megan does like every Monday, she does Mystery Pin Monday. So she'll go into the park or into downtown Disney and grab some pins to open up. And then it's like, I get way too involved. It's like a sports thing for me, because I'm like, oh my god, are they gonna complete the set? And I like get sucked right in. I love it so much. It's so much fun.
I got into some of the YouTubers. I'm not on TikTok much, but when they buy the figurines, the mystery figurines, and then they unbox them.
Yes,
and they have some fantastic Disney characters in those
fun,
too.
Yeah.
I just don't. I mean, to display them and everything like that. I don't know what they do with all of them after they have them, if they sell them or if they do keep them on display or whatever. But
because some of them, like, and some of these pins, like if they're very rare, they can sell for thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
like
so I'm sure to keep some of these YouTube channels going or whatever. I'm sure they give away or sell, because I know some YouTubers, they will give away the stuff they buy that they show. My stepdaughter, she was the one that when we were in Disney World, she was crazy with the pins, and she had no fear of running up to members and running up to them and trading, and she had a lot of fun with that.
Yes,
and that was Disney World.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then she went with her mom after that, and she did more. So I did buy some, because I used to scrapbook, and I was going to do a Disney one, never did, and I bought a whole bunch of pins. And so just recently, and she's like 27 now, I just gave her all the pins, and she's like, oh, she loved them.
I love it. I went to Hot Topic over the weekend, and I picked up, they have the Loungefly Disney mystery pin sets, and they had this really cute villains inspired as like Disney, or like as drinks. So they had Jafar and Cruella, Ursula, Maleficent, the Evil Queen, and Hades. And so I got 2 boxes. I was so excited. I was like, can't wait to do my little unboxing like they do on TikTok. And as I was opening, I opened the boxes and I left them in the bags. And I was kind of feeling them, and I'm like, oh no, I think I may have gotten the same one.
Like the horror.
Yeah. And sure enough, I'm like, and it just sucks because it's like, it's not like there's anyone here that you can like trade with. So I was with my sister-in-law, and she was like, oh no. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, that's the thing. That's the point of the trading aspect of it with the mystery pin sets. But oh well, that's okay. I'm like, I got 2 Evil Queen ones, and they're very cute, so that's fine. But my mom is going to California here shortly, and I was like, if you go to downtown Disney, get me these pin sets. So they have this really cool Alice in Wonderland one that all of the pins are in the shape of the lanterns from the Tea Party. And then they have a different character on each pin. And I was like, get me one of those.
Do you have the lanyard?
I don't have a lanyard.
See, Alicia has the lanyard.
Yeah. I should look into it. Rebecca was telling me that that she saw you can on lamps put them through the lampshade, so then it looks like. I was like, that's such a cute idea.
So now we're gonna start the walkthrough, and we have realized again, when you do the multiplayer, you cannot use your Touch of Magic princess outfits or any Touch of Magic outfits, which I'm not exactly sure why, but so this is the closest I could come up with the little Snow White outfit and then our prince.
Yes. Yeah, it was a little tricky trying to. I don't know why we can't do Touch of Magic outfits
in multiplayer.
Yeah, that's such a weird glitch.
Like, we didn't even realize it until we started to film these together.
It was like, oh my god, seriously?
So here she is Yeah, running through the scary woods. And of course, she thinks there's creatures and everything, where it is just the little animals. So I have used the little cardboard cutouts to say no. And I did try to put the hyena cave in here because it has all the blinking eyeballs, which would have been perfect for that scene. It was just too big. I didn't have a big enough area. So if I do this build again in a bigger area, I'll use the hyena. And there is, through the clearing, is the dwarves' cottage.
Yeah, this cozy cottage is so good, like such a good dupe for it.
Yeah, I could have 1,000 of these cottages. I love them all. And then we are going to pivot over towards the mine. So most of this build is a natural build because we have talked about this in the past one. A lot of the movie scenes are actually quite simple.
Yes, they are.
Or we simply just do not have the items to duplicate certain scenes. But there's the dwarves.
So
in the mine.
So cute. Yeah, I love this. It's the perfect little setup.
And then I think the other thing that we wanted to touch on today is if you are going to Disney anytime soon, into any parks, to be aware that they have changed their premier passes.
Yeah, they got rid of, I don't know if they got rid of Lightning Lane or anyways, it's like the premium passes now, I guess it's like $400 a day for what they were offering before. I've seen a lot of people are not very happy about it. I mean, rightfully so. I mean, as a Canadian, to go to either of the parks in the States right now is just astronomical. We used to be able to get so many like really good deals, and now it's like you could like sooner win the lottery, I think, than get a trip to to one of the parks.
And we have family in California that live half an hour from Anaheim, and so we've been fortunate to be able to go to the California parks a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just getting harder, even with having family down there, which is a shame, but
it is. This is just such a great build. I love it.
And now the fog has rolled in.
It's always raining or foggy in your valley.
And of course, you know, the new mushrooms, the fireflies, and again, I put the apple trees around just because, you know, the foreshadowing of, there's the well.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
So her well has vines growing up it and everything like that, and our main well in our plaza has the vines and the trees that grow up it.
That's right. And
then I put the bowl of apples for when the queen transforms herself into the older woman, and of course tempts Snow White with an apple.
Awesome. Yeah, this is such a great job. Well, thanks for joining us today at Sparkle Vision. Hit like and subscribe to see more videos soon. We've been trying to drop them on Mondays at noon Mountain Standard Time, and then sprinkle a few bonus ones throughout the week. See you next time.
Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.